Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll continue on with our next match in the Defense of Ionis tournament here. I am again going to be playing as the Adepta Sororitas, and it looks like our opponent is also using the Orks again here. We have a 2,000 point army size, 80 point target, 8 turn limit, and I think I'm just going to continue on with using the Fly Girls build here, even though it can potentially get me into some awkward positioning against the Orks, especially with the positioning we're going to have here. But I'm going to have a very similar build. So I have my Canonist, Plasma Pistol, Blessed Blade, 2 Hospitallers, 4 Dominions, 4 Zephyrim, 4 Seraphim with Infernal Pistols, 2 Arcoflagellants, and 2 Rhinos. I do sometimes like to run this with the Penitent engine instead, but I think I really need the Arcos to be able to soak up some Overwatch for me.
What is your command? As he wills it.
Alright, we'll run some guys along the side here.
As he wills it.
I suspect that he's likely going to have this left-sided alleyway on shutdown.
His presence within makes us indomitable.
But we'll still run some guys over here just in case he doesn't. But I'd find it pretty hard to believe. That was kind of a stupid way of doing this, because now they're going to be kind of out of position instead of being up a little bit more to capture that point if he did neglect this. Well, it did give me the momentum, so I guess it wasn't a total loss. Yeah, I think we'll just collapse in the center here if I need to.
The skies are our domain.
Let's take that, come up here.
His presence within makes us indomitable.
Let's just get you there, I guess. In case he, for some reason, comes real far forward.
Yes.
Then maybe you can jump up, but I don't think that's really going to happen.
Air support.
Alright, let's see what he's got here.
His presence within makes us indomitable.
Alright, so he did...
Where we lead, his light will follow.
Or he does have a bunch of guys on this left side. Alright, this is problematic.
Air support.
Because he's already reached the strategic command point. Because it seems like it's a little bit closer when you come from the other direction here.
Immediately.
So I guess that means I should move these guys over this way. I think this should keep you into cover.
So it shall be.
Do some healing for that 16 momentum.
Transport awaiting command.
And I guess we'll just pop some smoke here to try to help us survive an attack, because my hope is that he will overextend moving forward and attack me. And then I can counter jump him. What I'm worried about, though, is if he brings a flamer heavy build and he just sits there and makes me run to him, that's going to be very difficult for me to counteract. And if he does do that, I might want to just push on this outside here. Alright, so he's got Ludas and things back there.
Where to next?
Yeah, because if I can conquer this outside portion here, then I can just run around the outskirts here if he's deciding to hold up there and take the win, because I will have more mobility than he will.
We are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
Yeah, he's got Gretchen already over here blocking that point.
Transport awaiting command.
So the question is do I want to pop my smoke over here to help push the center, or do I just want to send another force to the side?
Go forth, sister. You are his will made flesh.
Alright, let's do that. Get you some bonus health. Hopefully the freaking smoke will not bug out like it did last match, because that could have been catastrophic for me. I'm pretty sure if I move you over here, you'll be in full cover and not able to get
I
shot.
serve him with a gracious heart. Who needs my aid?
Alright, let's move you over to here. You'll be in the smoke. And that will make it closer for you to be able to get the attack. I could move these guys forward. Big things, I don't know if he's got Burnas over there or not, and if he does, I don't want him to be able to run over and just flame all my guys. Oh, how aggressive do I want to be? But I need to be close enough that I can run those Dominions in to start flaming
The
them.
skies are our domain.
Alright, let's move you up. And then what I'll do is I'll move you over here, and then you can be in cover. And that should make it harder for you to attack me, right? But that will give them extra shots if I do that. So I think that's actually a bad idea, because I don't want to have him buff up that flash kit and do tons of damage to me. Because if he takes out my Rhino, it's just game over.
We are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
Yeah, I have no way of knowing if he's using the same army as he did in match 1 here.
Rhino ready. The skies are our domain.
I haven't been able to see enough of it to know definitively.
Into battle!
Alright, I think what we're going to do is pop the smoke. And we'll push you guys along the right side here.
His presence within makes us indomitable. We are the God Emperor's fiery
We'll
blade.
advance you up to here.
Transport awaiting command.
And then you can run over to there and take that point back. I think that's probably the best way of doing this. Alright, so he definitely has an advantage towards us here. He's running those Gretchen over. Okay, he does have Def Dreads. I'm a little surprised how far behind they were. I would expect that they would be the most farthest up there. Alright, he's got flash kits moving along the right side there. Burn a boys. More Gretchen. Pain boy. More Gretchen. Oh, that's such an annoying audio thing. Alright, flash gets over here. Luda's over there. Okay, this looks like pretty much the same army from the first match. And if he wants to try to bring all those guys along the right side there, that's fine by me. Alright, well, I think we want to just come this way, because then you'll be behind cover of these stones if he has other guys over here. Because we saw he likes to sometimes have a lot of guys along the sides.
As he wills it.
Alright, good. They're down. Actually, it looks like he must have most of his side army coming along the straight alleyway and not on the outskirts here, because it looks like he just has Gretchen and Ludas here. So that's actually huge for us. Because we should be able to just totally wipe these guys out. if I move you over here, you can move at an angle through there. So that means if I use your frenzy, we can get you over here to start hitting them. Alright, decent enough damage. And then if I run you over to here and save your charge attack for the following turn, I think I should be able to squad wipe these guys since we've lowered their evasion. Yep, they're down. So yeah, now we've locked down that point, so now it's 2. I'm not seeing much around the back here protecting him. He's got all of his guys on Overwatch again.
Yes.
Well, how do I want to do this, I wonder? He's got lots of Burnas. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but he's got a lot of shots there. If I fly these guys, I can get around the back, but I don't want them to shoot you. So, what I don't know is how far does he have the Overwatch up to. Is it max range, optimal range? Who knows? But I have enough forces that I think I want to advance. And unfortunately my Arcos are too far away that they're not going to soak up that Overwatch for me. So if I do this, those guys should have 30 evasion. So let's move you up. Alright, flash gets. Ludas. Interesting. Alright, he's got the Burnas over here. I could rear attack that bike, but then he's going to blow up in my face. I don't know if that's worthwhile, really. Alright, well, that got rid of the flash get concern. Alright, let's see here. Now, let's move you up 1. And if I advance with you, that should be within 2 squares, so that should activate the Burna, or the Scorcha, I guess it's called, for the Death Dread, which is one of the things I'm most worried about. Okay, good. Alright, that's pretty huge, so that's the main Overwatches we have to worry about now. If I bring you over there, the big thing is I just don't want multiple guys to be batched up. Bunched up, I mean, to allow them to flame multiple guys. Alright, let's bring out the Canoness. She won't be able to go toe-to-toe with the Death Dread, though, because I don't have the extra attacks. So maybe what I do is I'll just use Words of Contempt to take away his action point and lower his accuracy and evasion. And then I can bring her up to here. And you can start attacking these splash gets here. Like that. And then you can come out here. And you can attack the Ludas. Okay. And if I bring you over to there, you should be fine. And And you can come up to here and take out these Ludas. There we go. So they're gone.
As he wills.
And I have you, but we don't have anywhere near enough evasion or enough momentum to get our abilities up yet. So
His presence within makes us indomitable.
if I bring you over here, you can attack there.
Who needs
And if I give him double attack, he should be able to take out those flash gets. Then we won't have to worry about them anymore.
with haste?
I feel like that's pretty worth it.
Where we lead,
And then we'll have locked down that war bike so effectively that he shouldn't be able to escape. And attack again. Good. And then Canonist can be over here. Now with that double buff, that should allow them to survive a flame attack.
are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
Let's do that to increase your evasion further.
What is your command?
Alright, we got that there. Now I still have the Zephyrim. We've got Seraphim.
Tanks engaged.
Alright, let's move you over to here. Because I think with the debuffs that were applied by the Canoness,
Try and stop
they
it.
should still have like 100% accuracy even at range 2, right? Yes.
Take them down.
Now he does have a ton of bonus health, unfortunately. Alright, let's put you down here.
Immediately.
Turn you around.
The skies are our domain.
Alright, we'll fly you.
Go forth.
Let's just
sister.
buff here
You are his
and do
will
double
made
attacks. And if I move you up to here, this Death Dread should be locked down and not have an attack, and this will stop him from being able to come towards the center. So that's not too bad. And she'll be able to lock down all these guys, so that should be pretty advantageous for us. And then if he wants to flame me through, that'll work. Well, I could just run you over here as well, though. Have you start attacking that war bike, then maybe we could make it stop making such an obnoxious racket. Yeah, see if I come after those guys, I'll get burned. I could charge attack that weird boy. Ooh, that is his HQ commander, too. I feel like I gotta go after that HQ commander, don't I? I won't be able to get the kill. I'll have to send 2 over there to do it, though. I don't see another weird boy, though, so he may only have 1 HQ commander with him.
I am the vanguard of the faith.
I can send you over to here to shoot into the war bike. I can also just send you over here and maybe we just kill that Death Dread. That'll get us the explosion, which will be some bonus damage. That was kind of unnecessary damage to those Seraphim there, but I think that's still worth it, because they can lock him down and force an attack if he wants to flame me.
I am his iron will.
You're over here. These Seraphim are over here. I bring you over here, can they shoot into the weird boy? Because if they land some attacks, then the Seraphim should get the kill. And then I think we have to go for that kill if we do this. $63. Alright, you should be able to get the kill. Let's bring you over here.
His presence within makes us indomitable.
Alright, let's get the kill here. As long as they don't cross over that wall, they shouldn't activate the Overwatch. Beautiful. Alright, so we got that. Now, if I come here, I can make him flame himself, but it won't do much damage to him. If I come over here, then he'll 100% scorch me with his flamer and deal both those damage. If I have you stay over here, you'll be able to lock these guys down into melee, but he'll probably just flank you and break the zone of control. But it will also force him to have to attack me. He could just run over here with his Burnas and finish me off. But then he also will stay towards the center, which will allow all my other guys to get over here and kill his units. Yeah, because the Pain Boy will have a 100% chance to hit him if he rear attacks me. Well, if he does, we'll just kill him, so I think it still makes sense, even though I'm not super excited to do it. I could turn you like this, but then that other Pain Boy is just going to attack you, right? If I turn you like that, you'll lock him down, but not the Gretchen. So I guess we'll keep you at an angle here. Alright, you're still here. Let's start running you around the side.
As he wills it.
So you can capture that back point. Alright, and we'll run you over to here. That way we can use you to soak up Overwatches next turn. Alright, everybody's still full health. So let's just heal these guys, try to get some of that sweet, sweet momentum going. We're just short one command point. Let's maybe pull her back just to guarantee he doesn't try to shoot her down. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so he should kill several models here with his flamers next turn. Which is a bit of a bummer, but we should still be able to win. Alright, he still has more points than I do, unfortunately. Oh, interesting. He's using them as an explosive. Yep, that'll take out 3 guys there. Yeah, that was probably the most cost-effective thing. What you should have done first, though, is attack. And then you could have done damage to my canonist too, and then just explode the vehicle. Unless he thought it was actually going to get away, then that doesn't make sense. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, he's attacking me in melee. That's fantastic. Oh, this poor guy. Yeah, that's how you should have just done it, or you should have just used your Burnas. Alright, he's working under those guys. Yeah, see, now he's using the blind on the Seraphim. That's a good idea. Bringing these guys over. And he's trying to flank me on the left side. Oh, no. That's such a disaster for him.
What is your command? Where
Alright, and I
we lead
can't
is
reach
light
that, but I
follow.
can next turn.
The enemy awaits.
Let's bring you over to here. I guess let's just run you over to here, and then can use your action point to climb into the rhino. No, you can't. It has to be a movement point for some reason, or two action points. Alright, well, let's just send you guys around the side. You're over here. He's setting up Overwatch here, probably trying to shoot my hospiters.
Yes.
But that won't stop us. Alright, you're up to one action point, or one command point. Let's get the movement. I feel like I can do this even better.
The skies are our domain.
If I move you over there, I can probably double flame these guys. Let's lower their evasion. Kinda hate to have to not kill that pain boy, but it is what it is. Let's get you over to here. You can flame here.
Be purified by
So I
his
don't want
light.
to flame through my Seraphim, or they might die.
Who needs my aid?
Alright, if I do this, you'll get more movement. Let's move you up to here. Yeah, 60% chance to hit. Not very good. If I do this, I can get the Canonist some more movement. Let's do that. And then if I move you here, you can get a rear attack.
I walk in his light.
Alright, Seraphim can charge into these guys.
On sacred wings.
So I don't see a reason why not to do that. Nice. And then...
Into battle!
we still got you guys over
His
here.
presence within makes us indomitable.
You've still got a
We are the God
heal.
Emperor's fiery blade.
So maybe we just run you... well, let's run you over here. I think you have more healing to do. And you'll soak up more Overwatch.
As he wills
Let's move you over here. We gotta be careful about grouping up against the Death Dreads. Oh, you're just short. Okay. Alright, well, let's have you attack the weird boy, because that should get you the
My
kill.
blade will mete out his mighty judgment.
Alright, there's 22. Get you here.
My
Definitely want
blade
to take
will
out
mete out his
the
mighty judgment.
Burner boys. Okay, nice. And then you now have 5 raising face, so let's move you up 1. Let's do that, and then you should be able to squad wipe the flash kits. Good. And now you should have another action point.
I am the vanguard of the
So we
faith.
could have you attack the pain boy, probably. Probably not going to get the kill, though.
Try and stop me.
Alright, we'll shoot into the Death
Take them
Dread.
down.
Okay, good damage.
Take them down.
Excellent. Can you finish him off is the question. Nice. Oh, I was kind of hoping the explosion would get you enough
I am his iron will.
momentum that you'd be able to
Glory,
attack. Well,
glory
let's
in
come
his
here.
name.
Start attacking the pain boy.
That is stitches, or maybe welding.
And we'll bring you to here. You can take that point.
I am the vanguard of the faith.
Affirmative.
And we'll start running you over this way.
Yes.
Alright, Hospitaller is still ready. Let's just heal him then. If I bring you into the corner there...
His presence within makes us indomitable. We are his will manifest.
Alright, well, let's just get you over here, I guess.
We are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
You could shoot into the Gretchen.
Each foe refutes your right to live.
The enemy awaits.
The skies are our domain.
Probably not a huge advantage there.
Who needs my aid?
And then we can pop smoke here. And this should help protect the Hospitallers from getting sniped down from the
Confound his enemies.
flash kits that are coming around the back. Let's see. The big thing is I just need them to be out of range of the flamers. Let's do something like this so that way I have a big zone of control here.
Transport awaiting command.
With haste. Your festering soul will burn!
At once.
Yes.
Alright, let's do something like this. Bring you over to here.
Where to next?
We are the
Alright,
God
I think
Emperor's
that's
fiery blade.
good. Alright, he's still ahead of points. Oh no, he's got all of his guys back here. What are you doing? Alright, so we got this guy. Pain Boy's down now.
I am his iron will.
Ah, that explains
What is
it.
your command?
So what that said is that he doesn't have experience against this, he doesn't have this DLC and he's never played against the sisters, so he didn't understand how they
Purified
functioned.
by his light.
That checks out. Alright, well, because you just took damage, I should be able to convert that to inspiration and now be able to attack a second
We
time.
strike with the force of the Emperor.
Alright, so they're down.
I am the vanguard of the faith.
I can run you over to here to take that point. Seems kind of unnecessary, though.
We are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
Yes.
Alright, you're here. So let's, if I come here, I can just attack once and then move over.
I will
And that,
bring
oh
his-
shit, I didn't mean to click there because now I'm not going to be able to reach it. Alright, well, just come across here and body block that, I guess. We got lost time to make up for.
With faith.
Rhino ready.
Alright, and let's run you up here, because actually I should be able to activate those Burnas in a way to force him to flame his own units here. Yeah, there we go. So it did some damage for me there. Alright, well, let's just get some rear attacks, I guess. Let's get everybody some increased damage.
Come here so we can slash your teeth out.
Alright, pull you back.
Air support.
Alright, let's move you around here and try to take out that pain boy. Because he's buffing up everybody's HP.
Down.
The pain is in your mind.
Probably should have killed him first and then activated the flamer, because it just gave him like 20 bonus health to every model there. Alright, the big thing is we gotta kill those burner boys now. Because they're the most dangerous out of all of his units. Alright, good. Let's get that evasion up further.
Air support.
Alright, well.
Balance and mastery. No room for doubt.
Alright, that should work. And shoot here. Okay.
Transport awaiting command.
On fire, not under fire.
The enemy awaits.
As he
Alright, we'll
wills it.
run the Dominions over here to flame down the
Be purified
Ludas.
by his light.
Nah, stop it.
And
Drop
then
it.
that bonus makes it so they can squad wipe
His
them.
presence within makes us indomitable.
So that's definitely huge. Alright, well, I guess you can only charge
Before the glory
these
of the God
guys, so
Emperor.
let's do that.
We are the God Emperor's fiery blade.
Come here so we can smash your teeth out.
I guess we're gonna have to come here. I really want to take out those burners though. Here we go.
Immediately.
You should be able to come over here, shoot the burners down. There we go. Nice. Then we'll move you over to here. Let's do that. That'll get you an extra AP, and now you can shoot into these flash kits. Oh, that was terrible.
I am the vanguard of the faith.
What is your command?
Alright, well, let's just heal those guys up, I guess, even though I probably should have healed these guys instead, but we'll do it with you.
On sacred wings!
Alright, that should kill at least 3 of the models. Or not. Yeah, attack the one that had the highest health.
We are his will
Alright,
manifest.
so that should be good. So we got 1 Gretchen and 1 flash kit left, and then we should table our opponent.
With haste.
Oh my gosh, could you get some kills?
Come here so we can smash your teeth out.
Oh, you're 1 shot away
We
from
are the
getting
God
it.
Emperor's fiery blade.
As he wills.
Alright, well, I just
Who needs
blocked in
my
my Dominion there.
I serve him with a gracious heart.
Air support.
Alright, what else do I want to do? Oh yeah, I got you guys over here. So let's just fly you over this way.
Where we lead, his light will follow.
And then you can come over here and capture this, and now I should have all points under my control.
As he wills it.
Alright, you can keep coming up here.
Come here so
You
we
can
smash
shoot into
your
those
teeth out.
guys and not get the kill.
His presence within
And
makes
you're
us
stuck
indomitable.
back here.
Where we lead, his light will follow.
The enemy awaits.
Alright, that should be good. Let's end turn.
Evasive maneuvers.
Alright, everybody's off of their jetpacks now. Let's just get some kills.
Take them
Focus
down.
down these little annoying Gretchen.
Air support.
Alright, beautiful. So we tabled our opponents, so that should get us up to 80 points, so that works out beautifully. And we'll take a look at our statistics here. So killed 2 weird boys, 2 burner boys. No, I'm pretty sure it was 3, wasn't it? Maybe it was just 2. 3 flash kits, 2 pain boys, 3 Gretchen, 3 Ludas, 1 war bike, and 2 death dreads. So quite the army composition there. Our canonist got 4 kills with 100% accuracy. Hospitalers didn't do much for shooting. The Dominions, again, have 100% accuracy with their ranged attacks. And each one had almost 1 kill, if not more. So that definitely helped us pretty substantially while we were getting our win. So that was quite beneficial. Seraphim had 96%, 100%, 82%, and 53%. I wonder why that one was so low for the hit chance there. That's kind of weird. Seraphim had an accuracy of 88%, 100%, had 1 kill on that other one too. And then 100% accuracy on the other one and 89% on the last. I'm actually a little surprised it's not a little bit lower, although maybe we haven't seen the one that was blind yet, because I feel like the blind one was only hitting like 60% of the time. But we'll see here. But pretty pleased on how this worked. It seems like these guys are hitting way above their pay grade with their positioning and above what their percentages should be for the estimates on their weapon skills. Let's see, yeah, because the other ones it says 79%, which must be the blind one, but it seemed like he was missing more attacks than that, than 90%, and the narcoflagellant 76%, and 100%, and the other rhino had 61%, and none of them got any kills. So worked out pretty well. There was a little bit of poor positioning here. So our opponent was right in dominating that right side of the screen. But then once he saw that I was moving towards the center, he should have collapsed towards the center as well. But instead he was trying to move all the way around and flank me from the top. But that was moving so many of his guys out of the way that he wasn't able to engage me, whereas that alleyway down at the cross section is wide open. He could have kept getting kills and then would have allowed him to help protect that last point towards the back there, so he could have got a little more points for his score. But because he decided to try to run and flank me, it got his guys all out of position. At first I thought it was just with his flash kits because he was trying to snipe down my hospitalers, which would have made perfect sense. But he also did it with his Gretchen, his Burner Boy, and then the Pain Boy as well, because he was trying to keep him alive and keep the healing going with the bonus HP. And that just pulled a significant, I mean, that was probably 15% of his forces there were pulled up in that little area, and then he wasn't able to get enough points out of it and allowing me to take over the main position. So he had his Death Dreads kind of at a weird angle. Had I not killed that first Death Dread on that first engagement, I could have literally had him locked down into that area, and he would have had to run all the way around the other side unless he wanted to run through the Seraphim Overwatch, or if he was willing to flame through his own guys. So that was a bit of bad positioning there. Ideally on this map, because you're able to get to the command points before I am, since you like to do a big overwatch, this actually would have been a good time for you to have a big overwatch, as you should have just had kind of everybody with the flamers out front, and then the rest of your flash gets, ludas and things towards the outside aspect, and then ran in there and stopped me from engaging and killing your HQ units without having to go through those flamers, because my Rhino would not have been able to reach the flame, and so then I would have had to make a decision: am I going to leave myself a bit closer within flame range to be able to engage you, or give you another turn of increased points before I can get you into more optimal positioning? And given how many points you were getting compared to me for the beginning of the match, it was not looking good. I mean, it's turned 6 out of 8. You had 45, I had 80%, but that's because I just got all the points allocated with my tabling you, but you would have continued to have 3 command points for my 2, and so that definitely hurt me. So you just have to decide which direction you want to play. Now, this opponent said he doesn't have any familiarity against the Adepta Sororitas, so he's not really familiar with how this works. But again, your flamers have 100% chance to hit. So the fact that you decided to try to engage me in melee, I mean, I get why you did that. The Death Dreads are really good in melee. They have good splash damage. They have good, like, everything. But if you would have just used that Scorcha, you probably would have just wiped out those Zephyrim all by themselves. Or you could have used it to wipe out the Seraphim that were weakened, and then had your other Burner Boys run up there, flame me, and done a lot of damage. Or you could have ran behind me, because when you do a rear attack with somebody in melee, and you keep the unit that does the rear attack at their rear, it causes the unit to lose the zone of control. So then your Death Dread could have ran anywhere he wanted to be to start flaming down my units. And then the Pain Boys actually do pretty decent melee damage, as you were able to see there when you did attack me. So that would have almost completely killed the whole squad if you would have just done that melee attack there. So it was just a little bit of positioning, because again, if you would have had him attack there and ran those guys that instead were trying to flank me into engaging me in that alley, you would have killed a pretty good amount of my units. You probably would have killed probably 4, if not 5 of those units on that one engagement, because you would have had 3 flamers doing attacks, and then the rest of your shootas to mop up the rest of my units, the Gretchen, the Pain Boy, or not Pain Boy, the Pain Boy, and yeah, so it would have just been a little bit better for you, and then you would have been able to body block that position. Now, granted, I have a big advantage over you because of my jump infantry, and now the Storm Boys are actually pretty good against the Sisters as well. So that would have been another option, because when they use their ability where it turns them into like a splash damage land, where they're effectively turning themselves into more powerful frag grenades, I think that has a 100% chance to hit, so that can help you evade the evasion bonuses, and then my units will be locked into melee against the Storm Boys, and then they have 3 attacks, so that's actually allows you to do a pretty decent amount of damage even with all my evasion and really locking me down. Now, those units are susceptible to flamer attacks, and then they could have gotten killed that way, but there's just perhaps that would have been a little bit of a better build for you, or to have thrown a couple of knobs in there. I think just going max Burner Boys would just be a nightmare, because with how the Adepta Sororitas are now, most players are going to be going with a massive infantry build unless they decide to nerf them. And then with your 2 Death Dreads and your heroes, and your flash gets, those are all units that have high enough damage to kill vehicles. If somebody was moving in with an immolator build or something against you, you could have just killed them there and then used the flamers to mop up the infantry for sure. Because the Arcoflagellants, I think, can all be wiped out in a single flame attack as long as they're not buffed up. The minions, I think, would take probably 2 attacks. The Seraphim can be taken out with a single heavy flamer attack as long as they're not buffed up all the way. And if they aren't totally squad wiped, they'll be so weak the following turn that you can just you can just take them out the following turn. Some people like to use the boys against the sisters because you have all those guaranteed frag grenades, and the orcs actually have the most powerful frag grenade in the game. So using the flamers, if they don't get the total squad wipe, then you just have one of the boys run over there and throw the crack grenade and get the kill. Or if you're trying to feed the experience and momentum to your Burner Boys, you'd throw the frag grenade first and then follow it up with the flamers to get the kills. So it's just all about trying to get the most kills as possible, but you do want to squad wipe the units so they're not getting tons and tons of momentum, which will allow them to have 2 action points on you the following turn. And then again, the flash gets have the ability to sacrifice their movement for additional shots, and then if you keep your HQ commander alive, you can use that tier 1 ability to launch a bunch of attacks. Now, you had a good idea with that war bike, because that's something that I always recommend that people do, is if you know you're about to lose a vehicle and you're surrounded by units, then just move it and make them kill you, and then damage everybody with the splash damage, because that did pretty significant amount of damage to all those units that were around there and actually got some model kills out of it. So that definitely worked out to your advantage. The strafing run can be good, but what I find is with all the evasion that the sisters get, that the strafing runs actually miss a pretty decent amount of the attacks. And then obviously the tier 3 ability, as any tier 3 ability is extremely powerful. And if all my guys are globbed together, you just drop a bomb on me and just kill everybody that's within a 3x3 square, or severely damage them to an extent that any flamer is going to run by and just mop up the rest of the units. But because you had the weird boy close enough for me to be able to engage, I was able to just snipe him down with my jump infantry. And that's one of the things that makes these Zephyrims so powerful, is they not only get the jetpack ability, but when they're using their charge ability, that gives them additional squares. So I think they can hit anybody that's out to 8 or 9 squares, which just feels kind of bad given that they have all the evasion on top of that. So I think if they make them more expensive, lower the evasion, and then make it so the grace doesn't always get activated, I think it'll make it a much more balanced force. But with them being cheaper than the Seraphim with the Infernal pistols, it just doesn't make it fair, because they hit way above their pay grade. And I suspect they probably need to take away the ability that allows you to turn hits into momentum. Not completely, because I think it's an interesting tactic, but the whole point of it is that you're building up armor and then you convert it to momentum. So what I'd like to see is either you have to build up at least 2 attacks to be able to do it, or it has like a 2 or 3 turn cooldown. That way you can't use it literally every turn, because every attack is the equivalent of 9 to 11 momentum depending on what abilities you have present on the unit that's being affected. And that's enough for multiple bottle kills if, let's say, it's a Gretchen, or at least 2 units if it's a medium tier infantry. So it just seems like it's a bit buff, a bit much. I suppose the alternative is you just lower the amount that the conversion factor is. But I think if you put it on a cooldown, then you have the best of both worlds. You have one where you're using them to get the more armor, making them a little bit tankier, and then you can also convert it over to the momentum if you as needed, and then it creates a more strategic play style when the ability has a cooldown instead of being able to spam it every turn. That just doesn't feel good, because especially with the other units that already has so much evasion, and you have the smoke on top of it, one, it just makes it too easy for that, or makes them too hard to kill, and then 2, it makes it too easy for them to get up to 100 momentum to get an additional round of attacks. And with all your command point abilities only taking 1 command point, that means they're going to be hitting with 20% accuracy, plus crit chance, 15% damage, plus 1 armor piercing, or just flat out have plus 1 movement to get them around and increase the chances of getting flanking attacks on you, which none of those things feel very good. So with that, I'm going to call it quits here for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.